Q&A Review, print speaking to the blind, celebrating 40 years of audio newspaper production. Welcome to this week's edition of the Kirkintilloch Herald podcast, recorded at the Bishopbriggs Media Centre by our amazing volunteers. You can get in touch with us via Facebook, Twitter or Instagram using @Q&A Review. That is @CUEANDREVIEW. You can also contact us directly by emailing information@QNreview.com. That is INFORMATION @CUEANDREVIEW.com, or by calling 0141 772 3976. That's 0141 772 3976.
This week's Kirkintilloch and Bishopbriggs Herald podcast, as published on Wednesday the 4th of September, is read to you by volunteers Corey, Hunter, Ian, Nikki, Philip and Rebecca. We hope you enjoy the podcast. Canal Festival is a splash hit. Report by Kevin Roberts. Aquatic adventures, marvellous music and fun for all the family. The 2024 Kirkintilloch Canal Festival was a splash hit with people of all ages. From toe-tapping tunes, boat trips and thrilling fairground rides to high-flying teddy bears, stalls and classic cars, the weekend offered a huge range of entertainment and attractions. Saturday evening was lit up by live music and fireworks at South Bank Marina, while the Sunday Fun Day offered a chance to get active with canoeing, climbing, archery, roller skating and more at the marina, as well as delights at Kirkintilloch Baptist Church, Regent Gardens, Barley Bank, Cowgate, St Mary's Parish Church and Kirkintilloch Police Station. Thousands of people visited the town during the main weekend of the festival, organised by East Dunbartonshire Council in conjunction with a range of partners and externally supported by Event Scotland's National Events Funding Programme and the UK Government's Shared Prosperity Fund. Councillor Gordon Lowe, leader of the council, said, "The 2024 festival was a great success. Even the weather played its part, with a stunning Saturday evening and dry Sunday afternoon. Well done to everyone who worked so hard behind the scenes to deliver the event, and a huge thanks to all those who came along. You were the stars of the show." As well as entertaining thousands of people, the festival helped support shops and hospitality venues in East Dunbartonshire, boosting the economy and rounding off Scotland Loves Local Week in style. Report by Kevin Roberts and read by me, Ian McKenna. This Week in History. September 7, 1986. Bishop Desmond Tutu was appointed Archbishop of Cape Town, the first black head of South African Anglicans. On this day last year, the Duke of Sussex returned to the UK for the first time in months to present an award at a Well Child charity event. September 8, 1664. The Dutch settlement of New Amsterdam was seized by the English and renamed New York in honour of James, Duke of York, the future King James II. On this day last year, Ezra Collective made history as the first jazz outfit to win the Mercury Prize since the award's inception in 1992. September the 9th, 1963, Scotland's Jim Clark became the world's youngest motor racing champion. On this day last year, at least 2,000 people were feared dead after a 6.8 magnitude earthquake struck Morocco. September 10, 1988, German tennis player Steffi Graf became only the 5th person to complete the Grand Slam. On this day last year, experts recorded the hottest ever September on record in the UK, with 6 days of temperatures over 30 degrees Celsius. September 11th, 2012, Andy Murray capped an astonishing year by finally clinching his first Grand Slam title, the US Open, a month after being crowned Olympic champion.
100 Years of the Players, a report by Kevin McRoberts. A special booklet has been launched marking 100 years of the Kirkintilloch Players. Entitled "The Show Must Go On," the booklet covers a century of amateur drama in the town, from one-act plays, full-length plays, to the annual pantomime. It was compiled by Keith Robinson, David Henderson and Lorna Campbell, with help in sourcing from East Dunbartonshire archives and museum staff. It follows on from the centenary exhibition held at the Auld Kirk Museum last year. President Alan Cowan said, "It's a great achievement for a theatre group to be active for over a century. It was marvellous to read about all the wonderful shows presented over the years." The club is one of the oldest in Scotland, and the booklet charts its many successes. Most recently in June, the Youth Theatre won the Scottish Community Drama Association SCDA Youth Festival in Bathgate with their production of Girls Like That by Evan Place, the second year in a row as Scottish champions. Later in the month, the Youth Theatre presented a sell-out production of The Wizard of Oz. Lorna Campbell, club president during the centenary season 2023-24, said, "The booklet is an excellent way to mark this important milestone in the club's history and share a small selection of the photos we have in the club's archives." Co-author Keith Robinson added, "The Kirkintilloch Players have an excellent archives dating back to the very earliest years of the 20th century, in fact even before the club was constituted in 1923, and as such it was both fascinating and a great pleasure to work on the text for the booklet." David Henderson, the club's archivist, and Lorna worked alongside me, and it was a superb team effort. Most of the club's extensive archive is stored at the William Patrick Memorial Library in Kirkintilloch. A copy of the booklet will be available to peruse in the local studies section of the library. The club is now progressing with the new season. A full-length play is scheduled for October, with a Music from the Movies show later in the month. Rehearsals will soon begin for the January 2025 pantomime Snow White. The Players' Turret Theatre will also be participating in Doors Open Day on Saturday, September the 7th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. That article was written by Kevin McRoberts and was read by me, Nikki.
Workshop for women to help close gender pay gap, as recorded by Hunter MacDonald. East Dunbartonshire has been revealed as having the biggest gender pay gap in Scotland. Office for National Statistics data on wages and gender pay disparity has revealed men in East Dunbartonshire earning 30.6% more than women in the area, 5 times the Scotland average gap of 6.3%. Aiming to help empower women to negotiate for themselves and work to stem the tide of the imbalance, negotiation expert Florence Rowland is offering a free online workshop on Wednesday, September the 11th, designed to tackle the most important issues that women have when negotiating. Based on research into how and why women negotiate the way they do, it will cover problems women face and aims to give confidence to shine in any negotiation situation. Florence said, "The figures that emerged this month sadly emphasise what we know to be the case, that the gender pay gap is unfortunately alive and well. Women are equipped with the necessary interpersonal skills to be great negotiators, but tend to neglect negotiating for themselves due to a lack of confidence in their own abilities and self-worth. Fear of negative backlash can also make women more apprehensive to ask for more. I want to help empower women by improving their confidence and giving them the skills they need to improve their negotiation performance and in turn be paid their true and deserved worth. To book a space at Florence's workshop, visit www.negotiate.co.uk/about-us/events. Local MP backs motion to keep winter fuel payments. Mid Dumbartonshire Liberal Democrat MP Susan Murray has backed a motion in Parliament to block government plans to scrap winter fuel payments for most pensioners. It comes as new analysis shows pensioners across the area are at risk of losing the £300 payment which helps with heating bills in the cold winter months. If passed, the Liberal Democrat motion would protect local pensioners by blocking the government's changes and restoring their winter fuel payments. It was due to be tabled at Parliament this week and has been backed by all 72 Liberal Democrat MPs. Miss Murray said, "I've heard from pensioners across Mid Dumbartonshire who are worried about losing this vital support and how they will afford their energy bills this winter. Stripping support from many of the poorest pensioners in Mid Dumbartonshire at such short notice, just when energy bills are set to rise again, is simply wrong. It could force vulnerable elderly people in our community to choose between heating and eating this winter. That is why me and my fellow Liberal Democrat MPs will do everything we can to block these plans. I recognise that the new government faces difficult choices after the appalling mess left by the Conservatives, but a rethink is urgently needed so that poorer and vulnerable pensioners in our community continue to get the support they so desperately need." Funding for charities car. Singer, columnist and TV presenter Michelle McManus was in Christton recently, visiting a local charity to hear about a recent round of funding they've received to support the most vulnerable members in the community. Cloudberry Communities, a community interest company, has been awarded £35,000 from SP Energy Networks Transmission Net Zero Fund to create a new community-run car club. The grant has funded the purchase of an electric vehicle which volunteer drivers will use to transport members of the community, particularly those affected by mobility issues or people experiencing transport poverty, to GP and health centre clinics. Michelle visited the Cloudberry team to learn about the scheme's positive impact on the local area. 5 volunteer drivers have already signed up to the programme, donating their time to offer sustainable transport across Christton and Moodiesburn. The new scheme offers an affordable transport solution and will help ease costs for individuals and households who rely on the car club's volunteer services. The car also offers a carpooling resource, providing transport access to community programmes such as local men's shed groups, community pantries and wellbeing support groups. Claire Williams, director at Cloudberry, said, "We've only had the car for a few months and the positive effect it's had has been immeasurable. This new vehicle provides people with an affordable and sustainable means of getting where they need to be. We're incredibly grateful to SP Energy Networks for their support in making it possible, as well as our amazing volunteer drivers who selflessly donate their time to help those who need it." Michelle met the team at Cloudberry to take a drive around Christton in the new electric vehicle. She said the work Cloudberry is doing is inspirational. While it might seem like a simple thing, this car is directly improving the lives of those who use it by making it easy to get to vital medical appointments. With the support of SP Energy Networks, Transmission Net Zero Fund, Cloudberry is helping to address the problems created by a lack of public transport in the area.
What's your priorities in the budget? Report by Kevin McRoberts. East Dumbartonshire Council has launched its latest budget consultation ahead of its meeting early next year to agree the 2025-2026 budget. Every year the Council was legally obliged to set a balanced budget, and, in recent years, this has become increasingly difficult. One of the biggest challenges remains the fact that the cost of delivering Council services and the demand for these services have both increased, while funding levels have not risen to meet these pressures. The cost of ensuring that these services continue to be provided for residents in East Dunbartonshire each year is approximately £322 million. As with the previous 10 years, in 2025-26 the Council continues to face a funding gap. This means that ways to increase income or make savings must be agreed. Councillors will make their decisions on the budget in February, but right now the Council wants residents and businesses in the area to have their say to help guide these decisions. The consultation will run until Thursday, September 19, and the survey can be found on the consultation webpage www.eastdunbarton.gov.uk/budget-consultation-202526. It should take around 10 minutes to complete, and paper copies can be requested via customer services. In addition, the Council is offering digital assistance sessions for completing this year's survey. During these sessions, East Dunbartonshire Council staff will provide residents with support in completing the survey. Details of the sessions: Kirkintilloch Community Hub, Tuesday, September 10, 2 to 4 p.m. Bishopbriggs Community Hub, Thursday, September 12, 2 to 4 p.m. Lennoxtown Community Hub, Tuesday, September 17th, 2 to 4 p.m. Council Leader Gordon Lowe is encouraging residents to give their views on what they believe matters most. He said, "This is an opportunity for local people to share their views so that their feedback and priorities can inform the decisions we make to help us close the budget gap. The public sector is under tremendous pressure, and we know that setting a balanced budget for 2025-26 will once again be difficult. There are 4 key areas where we're inviting people to share their views: health and well-being, access to services, finance and employment, and community and environment. This is especially important given the difficult decisions we are likely to face in this time of continuing economic challenges. It is important to understand what services and priorities matter most to you. We would like to encourage as many residents as possible to complete our survey. We are appreciative of people taking the time to share their views. As a thank you for taking part, everyone who completes a survey form and includes their details will be entered into a draw to receive one of 5 food store vouchers. After the consultation, the results will be analysed and shared with both officers and elected members." Report by Kevin McRoberts.
Funding sought for schools. East Dunbartonshire Council is to write to the Scottish and Westminster governments seeking additional funding for 3 stalled school construction projects. A lack of funds led to the Council putting its plans on hold to rebuild Balmouldy Primary and Bishopbriggs and refurbish Bearsden and Mulgai primary schools. At a recent meeting, councillors agreed to seek extra funding grants after Council Leader Gordon Lowe accepted the terms of an amendment tabled by Councillor Vaughan Moody, Liberal Democrat, Bearsden South. Councillor Moody's amendment called for the Council to write to First Minister John Swinney, which Councillor Lowe agreed to, adding that Chancellor Rachel Reeves was also to be contacted with local MPs copied in on the correspondence. Councillor Lowe said he had been given very frank advice from officers with regard to the 3 school projects, and that it was clear the Council is not currently in a financial position to complete them, which was frustrating and disappointing for the school communities. He added that the Council would continually monitor the affordability of these projects, and when they became financially sustainable they would be brought back to committee for approval. Councillor Moody, who was seconded by fellow Liberal Democrat and newly elected MP Susan Murray, requested an updated report on the exact financial position around the projects be presented to the Council.
Mum and daughter get set to conquer Kilt Walk, a report by Kevin McRoberts. A Kirkintilloch mum and daughter, Fiona and Vary Green, have teamed up to conquer the mighty Stride Edinburgh Kilt Walk and raise vital funds for Carers Link, East Dunbartonshire. The charity, based in Milngavie, provides a range of crucial services from information for carers to support groups for unpaid carers of all ages in East Dunbartonshire. Working closely with the schools in the area, the charity also offers invaluable help to young carers aged 8 to 25 with core services that include emotional support, well-being information and advocacy, holiday breaks and activities. Fiona and Vary care for 2 disabled family members supported by Carers Link, East Dunbartonshire. Fiona said, Carers Link have provided a lot of support to our family, which has included young carer support and activities, monthly carers cafe and carers call. My son has complex additional support needs and requires 24-hour care. My husband is physically disabled and needs support with various aspects of his daily life. I was diagnosed with cancer in October 2023 and have been receiving chemotherapy this year. This walk is my first big challenge. Knowing we could have support from Carers Link during this difficult period was an enormous help because our caring role didn't stop. Having cancer made the caring role more difficult. Jennifer Rowe, Chief Executive Officer of Carers Link East Dunbartonshire, said, "Thanks to Fiona and Vary for stepping up for this challenge and making a huge effort for Carers Link. Many carers don't know that there is local support here for them. We provide a range of services to young and adult carers of all ages. We're so proud to have supported over 6,600 carers, including over 6,000 adult carers and 564 young carers over 20 years. Our services are now more important than ever in reaching carers. Donations and fundraising and partnering with businesses make a huge difference to being able to deliver our ongoing services. Anyone who would like to donate to Fiona and Vary's Mighty Stride Edinburgh Kilt Walk, which takes place on Sunday, September 15, can do so at https://www.justgiving.com/page/Fiona Green -172 1147149204. If you're interested in partnerships to support Carers Link East Dunbartonshire, call Veronica on 0800 975 2131. Email veronica@carerslink.org.uk or donate directly www.carerslink.org.uk. That was a report by Kevin McRoberts.
New team to help at-risk mums to be. Article by Kevin McRoberts. NHS Glasgow and Clyde NHS GGC has introduced a team of midwives to support women with gestational diabetes, help them to manage the condition and reduce the risks to them and their baby. National and local figures reveal a concerning uptake of mums with risk factors of gestational diabetes, with 7,828 pregnant women in Glasgow and Clyde having these in 2023 compared to 7,247 in 2018. Gestational diabetes is caused by high blood sugar, glucose, in pregnant women. While gestational diabetes generally disappears after the woman has given birth, those who have the condition during pregnancy are more likely to develop type 2 diabetes later in life. The pregnancy-related condition can also affect the baby receiving nutrients while in the womb, impact the baby's size, and cause pregnancy-related conditions such as preeclampsia, which can be life-threatening. The NHS GGC Gestational Diabetes Midwifery Team aims to prevent this happening. Jill Smith, a gestational diabetes midwife, explained, "Quite often gestational diabetes is played down as people are aware that it disappears after birth, but it can have a big impact on pregnancy, such as early labour, caesarean birth, too much amniotic fluid in the womb, causing complication and preeclampsia, and there is also an impact that it can have in later life." Previously, mums would have been referred into a general diabetes service. Now our dedicated midwifery team ensures that these women have the continuity of a carer for them and their baby up until birth. NHS GGC enables midwives to take the most modern approach to care, empower women to make choices that are best for them and their baby. The NHS GGC Gestational Diabetes Midwifery Team also hosts sessions for self-managing the condition, including dietary advice and exercise. Jill added, "We provide women with the tools to manage their condition and advise those who are at high risk. This includes making small changes, such as walking for 20 minutes after every meal, light exercise, such as swimming and antenatal yoga, and managing what sugar levels they're putting into their body, such as drinks with high E numbers content." Article by Kevin McRoberts. New Kirkintilloch Trail is full of sweet treats. Article by Kevin McRoberts. Sweet treats are the order of the day in a new tour of Kirkintilloch that's guaranteed to tickle the taste buds. Kirky Cake and Coffee Trail celebrates the rich menu of places in which residents and visitors can enjoy a bite to eat. And it is hoped that the Trail app, launched to coincide with Scotland Loves Local Week, will prove a real recipe for success by cooking up another reason to visit the town. It has been launched by Kirkintilloch Improvement District, BID, in a pilot project supported by tech company Vicinity and Scotland's Improvement Districts, SIDS. Colin Barrows, the BID's joint project manager, said, "What better way to work your way around the town than sampling coffee and cake as you go? Kirkintilloch has some great places to eat, and we hope that the trail is a great way to shine a spotlight on them. The Digital Town Trail lays on a plate just how much there is to enjoy here for locals and visitors alike, who can come time and time again until they completed the trail, while also enjoying a flavour of what more the town has to offer." The opportunity to create the trail came as part of a call-out by SIDs for places to create a pilot project with digital solutions firm Vicinity. Heather Clamp, Customer Success Representative of Vicinity, added, "It's been fantastic working alongside Kirkintilloch BID to help develop their trail. Trails are a versatile and innovative tool to help people navigate their local areas, discover what's on their doorsteps, and enjoy an engaging and memorable experience, all while driving footfall and amplifying the reach of local businesses." To access the Kirkintilloch Coffee and Cake Trail, download the loyalty-free app from your app store. Meanwhile, Kirkintilloch BID has highlighted its commitment to encouraging its members to support other local businesses by signing the Scotland Loves Local pledge. Kirkintilloch BID Chair Jim Hopkins said, "By thinking local first for everything we need, we can work together to make Kirkintilloch stronger and an even better place to be." Article by Kevin McRoberts. Read by Rebecca.
Family announcements. Deaths. Scott. Annie. peacefully at home on August 22nd, 2024, a few days after her 100th birthday. Beloved wife of the late George, loving mother of Alan, Andrew and the late Peter, much loved grandmother of Harry, Mal and Danny. Funeral service at St Mary's Church, Kirkintilloch, on Thursday, September 5th at 12:30 p.m, thereafter to Daldowie Crematorium, West Chapel at 1:45 p.m. Family announcements. Deaths. Scott, Annie. Peacefully at home on August 22nd, 2024, a few days after her 100th birthday. Beloved wife of the late George, loving mother of Alan, Andrew and the late Peter, much loved grandmother of Harry, Mal and Danny. Funeral service at St Mary's Church, Kirkintilloch, on Thursday, September 5th at 12:30 p.m, thereafter to Daldowie Crematorium, West Chapel at 1:45 p.m.
Wednesday the 4th of September, Holyrood View by Rona Mackay, MSP. A busy summer spent meeting with my constituents. The Scottish Parliament has returned this week after an incredibly busy summer in my Strathkelvin and Bearsden constituency, addressing constituents' concerns and meeting some fantastic groups and organisations. I had the pleasure of visiting St Mary's Kenmure at Bishopbriggs, which provides residential care and education for young people aged 11 to 18 who have not experienced the best start in life. I am full of admiration for inspiring Director of Services John Ryan and his dedicated team at St Mary's for their compassion and care for youngsters in need of love to allow them to live their best lives. I was also delighted to put forward a motion at Parliament congratulating the young people and staff on achieving LGBT Charter at silver level from LGBT Youth Scotland, ensuring St Mary's is a safe and inclusive environment. It was great to visit Group Recovery Aftercare Community Enterprise, GRACE, at Kirkintilloch for a Q&A with members quizzing me on issues affecting the local community. GRACE, led by Robert Smith, have some fantastic events organised for Recovery Week, which runs until Friday, September the 6th. Doors Open Days has become round again, giving local people the opportunity to discover the secrets and history of local venues, and Kirkintilloch's famous Canal Festival, which attracts thousands of visitors each year. Addressing constituents' concerns this summer, it's clear the cost of living still hangs heavy and, in the wake of the mess left by the Tories, Labour's promise of change now rings hollow. From slashing the winter fuel payment to laying the groundwork for austerity round 2, we are seeing the consequences of the UK Labour government's reckless commitment to Tory fiscal rules. Though the SNP repeatedly warned about the perilous state of the public finances, the Labour Party are claiming denial as an excuse for difficult decisions and pretending there is no alternative. The SNP are clear. There is a better alternative, where our public services are supported, where we can ditch the damaging Westminster status quo, with the full powers of independence. Contact my team on 0141 776 1561 or email rona.mackay.msp@parliament.scot. That email address again, rona.mackey.msp @parliament.scot. And that was Holyrood View by Rona Mackay, MSP. Wednesday the 4th of September, Kirkintilloch and Bishopbriggs Herald letters page. Let's talk. Please send your letters via email to kirkyherald@jnscotland.co.uk. That's KIRKYHERALD @JNSCOTLAND.co.uk. land.co.uk and write letters in the subject field. Please keep letters to a maximum of 300 words. Letters cannot be published without a name and postal address. Also include a daytime phone number if possible. We reserve the right to edit any letter. Antacid tablets. Sir, I hope that Scotland continues its policy of taxpayer-funded prescriptions being available for free at the point of collection. With the bile and spite that has recently entered so many letters from nationalist supporters, presumably after their election losses, there is a desperate need for the continued availability of antacid or indigestion tablets. The tablets won't resolve the root cause of their self-delusion, but they might help with the heartache. Yours, etc., Brian Balfour, by email. No fooling. Sir, the plummeting SNP membership figures have awakened all but the most blinded in that party to what most people in Scotland think of it and their tenure in office. A fair summary would be that it indicates the truth in Abraham Lincoln's famous dictum, "You cannot fool all of the people all of the time." Yours, etc., Alexander Mackay, address supplied. Private lives. Sir, vacant private school buildings could be used to house illegal migrants. They could be taught to become self-sufficient, with the residents undertaking, under supervision, the cooking, cleaning, laundry, gardening, etc. They could also attend English as a second language classes. This will enable them to fit into communities and also look for work. Yours, etc., Elizabeth Hands, by email. Tickled Pink. Sir, on the subject of a national anthem for Scotland, it is clear that we need a song that will put a spring in the step and a twinkle in the eye of any Scot. Could I respectfully suggest that Stop Your Tickling Jock would be ideal in fulfilling that aim? Yours, etc., Richard G. Gordon, by email. Decades in the making. Sir, Scotland has the highest drug deaths in Europe as the annually repeated news from the BBC and much of the UK mainstream media, in a simplistic casting of the blame on the SNP Scottish Government. Each death due to a drug overdose is highly regrettable, but it is a gross disservice to the deceased and his or her family to lay all the blame on a government that did not exist when the seeds of this current strategy were sown, and still today does not have drug policy powers. During the deindustrialisation of Glasgow and Dundee, there were no serious transition plans enacted by either Tory or Labour UK governments, and still today neither party in government is prepared to support devolution of drug policy. The Scottish Government appears to be earnestly attempting to tackle this devastating scourge and, in spite of resistance from the UK Government, should have the long-awaited first UK safer drug consumption facility up and running shortly. This will complement the range of measures already undertaken by the Scottish Government, but there is no magic wand that Holyrood can wave to suddenly bring a disastrous consequence of decades of deprivation to an end, especially as the Scottish Government still does not have the power to decriminalise the use of drugs. Perhaps instead of seeking more ways to undermine the elected Scottish Government, our newly appointed Secretary of State for Scotland could seek to work with the Scottish Government to tackle this fatal scourge on all fronts across the United Kingdom. Yours, etc., Stan Grudinsky, by email. Dismal prospect. Sir, things will get worse, the Prime Minister said in his Rose Garden speech, a slogan to inspire the nation. Between now and Christmas we will carry on as we have started, the Prime Minister opined, conjuring up visions of an even more dismal Scrooge and a snowy December with ice in the inside of the windows. Here we are in the world's sixth largest economy, blessed with innovative engineers, scientists, creative artists, great universities, a civil service and the rule of law which is admired across the world, a global reach in soft power, oil and gas fields waiting to be tapped, world-class companies like Rolls-Royce, AstraZeneca, BP, HSBC, and 100 others, Yet Starmer could find nothing positive to say about our great country and its future, which would be bright under the right leadership. Sir Keir Starmer is not that leader, unfortunately. Yours, etc., William Lonsky. Address supplied. Kirkintilloch and Bishopbriggs Herald Readers' Charter. This newspaper is built on a tradition of accuracy and fairness, giving you the information you need to understand our world, holding power to account and exposing injustice. Our trusted brand means we are the only place where you can read and participate in honest debates. We are committed to giving a voice to those who struggle to be heard, as well as those whose profession is crafting an argument. Our Readers' Charter spells out our commitment to you. You can read the Charter online at Kirky Herald at gnscotland.co.uk.
Deserved recognition for Provost's Award winners. A report by Kevin McRoberts. The winners in the East Dunbartonshire Provost's Community Champion Awards 2024 revealed last month. Provost Gillian Rennick and Deputy Provost Colette McDermott have been out and about presenting prizes. Here we take a closer look at some of the winners. Community Champion Lorna Thompson. During lockdown, Lorna set up a groups for residents to share their favourite local walking, running and cycling routes. Meetups which brought people together outdoor quickly became very popular, and to date Lorna has hosted over 1,100 walking, running and cycling events, with over 800 members now belonging to the group. As well as forging friendships, the group has improved the physical and mental health of members, created volunteering and training opportunities, and gained constitutional status. Lorna said, "I was surprised, but absolutely delighted to receive this award. I'm so proud of our walk, run, cycle group. It is the success it is because of all the wonderful people that lead our events and really support the community in coming together. I could never have thought when we started that we would have so many amazing volunteers to help us reach out and bring together so many in our community." Sports Champion Suzanne Gagan. Suzanne began volunteering with the Active Schools team in East Dunbartonshire last year. Using her experience as a personal trainer, she decided to start and coach a new football team at Castle Hill Primary School. After an initial success, even more pupils began to attend the next block of sessions, and the school was able to enter 2 teams into 3 different tournaments. Suzanne also began to deliver fitness sessions to P2 pupils, increasing her volunteering time to 21 hours of coaching time across 2 academic terms. Ensuring the sessions are fun, building a rapport with the pupils, and increasing their confidence has brought many physical and mental benefits to those involved. Suzanne said, "I was delighted to hear I had been selected as sports champion in this year's Provost Community Champion Awards for my volunteer work with East Dunbartonshire Active Schools. I've been volunteering with the Active School team for over a year now, and I absolutely love it. As a personal trainer, I am passionate about ensuring everyone has access to active sessions, regardless of the individual's physical abilities or age. I get so much out of seeing the children at Castle Hill Primary School engaging with sport and fitness, and the increase in numbers of girls signing up to take part in the football coaching sessions each block is hugely rewarding. It is my hope that I'm helping to instill a lifelong love of sport and fitness in the children I work with. Being active is so important for physical and mental health." Caring champion Jacqueline Willis. 10 years ago, Jacqueline Willis lost her best friend Angela to cancer. In Angela's memory, Jacqueline began organising a local ladies' lunch to raise funds for St Margaret's Hospice, which relies on fundraising to run. Jacqueline, with help from her sister and brother-in-law, have now run 16 lunches, with each raising more than £5,000, meaning her lunches have raised in excess of £80,000 for the hospice to continue its essential work. Jacqueline said, "I was delighted to hear I was nominated, let alone won the Caring Champion Award. This is something I do annually without thought. It's a sellout every year. Everyone looks forward to and enjoys it, and it keeps the memory of special friend alive. Without my amazing friends and family, this would never be as successful. I'm very grateful." See more of the Provost's Community Champion Award winners in next week's Herald. That report was by Kevin McRobert.
Show your love for local traders. Report by Kevin McRoberts. Looking to purchase the perfect present for a friend or family member while backing local businesses and shops into the bargain? East Dunbartonshire gift cards are available as part of the Scotland Loves Local campaign, being led by Scotland's Towns Partnership and supported by the Council. It's easy to do. Just select the amount you want to load onto the card via the website www.townandcitygiftcards.com /East-Dunbartonshire-gift-card, and it will then be sent out. Cards can be spent at any participating shop, restaurant, cafe, bar or business, helping to boost the local economy, local businesses and local jobs. A list of participating retailers in East Dunbartonshire are on the website. Local businesses can also sign up at www.townandcitygiftcards.com /business-sign-up. There are no registration costs, and payments are processed as a part of the MasterCard network. Kirkintilloch and Bishopbriggs Business Improvement Districts, BIDs, recently signed the Scotland Loves Local pledge, reaffirming their commitment to local shops, services and businesses. Councillor Gordon Lowe, leader of East Dunbartonshire Council, said, "It's vital we support the local economy as much as possible by using shops, service providers and hospitality venues in East Dunbartonshire. The gift card is a great way to show someone you care while also helping businesses in our communities." Jim Hopkins, Chair of Kirkintilloch BID, said, "The Scotland Loves Local pledge states we will choose local, prioritising the people and businesses around us at every opportunity. We are fully behind ongoing efforts to support town and village centres, including the East Dunbartonshire gift card. Please choose local wherever possible." Graham Ross, Chair of Bishopbriggs BID, added, "We were pleased to sign the pledge, reaffirming our commitment to local businesses, shops, hospitality venues and service providers, which are at the heart of the area's economy." Scotland's Towns Partnership is the organisation which spearheads the Scotland Loves Local campaign with backing from the Scottish Government. For more information, visit www.lovelocal.scot. That's www.lovelocal.scot. And that report was by Kevin McRoberts.
East Dunbartonshire Doors Open Days. A wee reminder that iconic buildings, old and new, are planning to throw open their doors this weekend as part of Doors Open Day in East Dunbartonshire. The event, which takes place on Saturday, September the 7th and Sunday, September the 8th, allows free access to lots of venues which are not usually open to the public. Among the events taking place is a talk on Cadder Estate by Carol Primrose at Bishopbriggs Library. Carol will talk about the mansion, Codder House, noting the Roman remains, the early medieval history, both religious and political, the turbulent wars of independence and then the Jacobite uprisings, and the gracious living of the 19th and 20th centuries marked by wars and golf. Some of the venues opening their doors to the public include Cadder Church and Folk Theatre in Bishopbriggs, Old Kirk Museum, Deafblind Scotland Learning and Development Centre, St Mary's Parish Church and Turret Theatre in Kirkintilloch, and Campsie Memorial Hall in Lennoxtown. Kirkintilloch Town Hall will also be hosting at Festival of Clubs on Saturday, September the 7th from 11 a.m. This event is an opportunity to explore the diverse range of opportunities available in your community, including arts, heritage, health and well-being, sports and leisure. A range of local community clubs and groups will be showcasing their work and activities. Doors Open Days is Scotland's largest free festival celebrating places and stories in September. You'll find the full Doors Open Days brochure for Eastern Bartonshire at www.edlc.co.uk/what's-on-doors-open-days-2024.
Good day to you, it's Philip here, reading the church news under the district news from Kirkintilloch Herald. Did you manage to get out to the Canal Festival at the weekend? Hopefully you managed to get out and experience some of all the things that were happening there in and around the centre of Kirkintilloch and the canal. And the marina, where there was lots of boat sailings. Well, I'm going first of all for church news to Lenses Union Parish Church. Sunday service on Sunday, September the 8th is at 11 a.m, led by the Reverend Kleber Machado. Interesting name. I believe he's from South Africa. A creche is provided for babies and toddlers. Young people are also welcome to Lighthouse and Bible class. A live stream of the service will be available on YouTube. The meeting place opens for tea, coffee and home baking every Wednesday 10 till 12 noon in the new hall. Everyone from the very young to the young at heart is welcome to attend. We also have a good selection of greeting cards and second-hand books for sale. D Cafe is on Monday, September the 9th at 1:30pm to 3pm in the new hall. And this is a cafe that's open for those who suffer from dementia or are carers for dementia people. So come along for an information time of entertainment and time to relax for those living with dementia. Bring a friend or a carer. Messy Church is on Saturday, September the 14th between 4 and 5pm. A fun-filled hour for children and adults, crafts, games and experiments. To book a place, contact o'malley.dom@yahoo.co.uk. And again, that is o'malley.dom, all one word, at yahoo.co.uk. And then into Kirkintilloch to the Church of God there at Regent Hall, Regent Street. On Sunday, there will be a friendship tea service at 4pm. The programme will feature our praise band, video presentations, and guest speaker Alec Hope from Edinburgh. Refreshments will be served after the service. A warm welcome to everyone who is able to join us. On Wednesday, Coffee Corner is open from 12 noon till 2pm for home baking and coffee. Come along and join our friends and neighbours for coffee and a chat. For up-to-date and further information on our services, visit our website on www.regenthall.org. And the text for this week said, Jesus said, I come that they may have life and have it to the full. And that's in John 10:10. Now back to Lenzie Old Parish Church. Sunday worship begins in the church at 11 a.m. A creche is available for children under 3. Thursday afternoon club is on Thursday. Yes, good day to have a Thursday club on a Thursday. And that begins on September the 12th from 2pm to 4pm. Enjoy tea, coffee and home baking, followed by a game of Scrabble, Dominoes, Rubik's Cube or Uno. If preferred, you can sit back, chat, or just do your own knitting. There are books for sale and any donations go to Women's Aid. Now back to Bishopbriggs to St James Church. Hilton Road, Bishopbriggs. Director there, Minister, is Paul Watson. There is a communion service in the chapel on Thursday, September the 5th at 11 a.m. and on Sunday, September the 8th at 9 a.m. The 10:30 a.m. communion service with hymns on Sunday is in church. Everyone is welcome to come along to any of these services. Do stay on for tea, coffee and fellowship afterwards. On Tuesday, September the 10th, there is a Tuesday Club lunch with a talk. Do feel free to come along, £3 donation at the door. There are also other virtual services and groups. For up-to-date information, refer to their social media sites. On Facebook, that's St James LS Bishopbriggs. On the website, it's stjamesbishopbriggs.org.uk. And now to Colston Park Church. This Sunday, all are welcome to join us for our communion service starting at 11 a.m, conducted by the Reverend Malcolm Kirkperson, followed by tea, coffee in the hall after the service. Our art club continues this Monday, starting at 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. We're always looking for new members, and if you're interested, come along this Monday for a chat or give Ramsey a call for more information. The Colston Tea Break is on this Wednesday, and anyone is welcome to come along for good food, good chat, and of course, good company. Open from 11 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. and yes, it's free. Now to Kirkintilloch, St Mary's Parish Church. The service on Sunday, September the 8th will begin at 11 a.m. as usual and be taken by the Reverend Dr. Ruth Morrison. Communion will be served at this service. There will be an age-appropriate activities for our young people in the church halls. Monday craft group will meet at 2 p.m. on Monday, September the 9th. Everyone is welcome to join us as we work on a variety of projects while drinking tea and coffee and chatting. Wednesday, welcome has restarted, and tea and coffee and home baking will be available, as well as a warm welcome from 10 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. A short service is being held at 11:30 a.m. as well. Then Bishopbriggs, Kenmure Parish Church. We are very pleased to welcome back Mr. Isaac McCleary, Church of Scotland reader, to lead our worship this Sunday at 11 a.m. Visitors to the area during the period will be made welcome when they join us for our Sunday morning worship. You can attend either in person or online on their YouTube channel. The service on YouTube can be watched live at it is streamed or later at a time that suits you. You can also find our channel by simply searching Kenmure Bishopbriggs on YouTube. And there will be a period of fellowship following the service in the hall when teas, coffees, juice and biscuits are served. Most of our organisations groups are up and running again, and after the summer break, the most up-to-date details of all our groups that are currently running may be found on the WhatsApp section of our website, kenmure-church.co.uk. To find us on Facebook, just search for Kenmure Parish Church. And if you'd like to join our WhatsApp group or receive Bible studies from ABC, then email us at kenmurechurch@icloud.com. And now to Cadder Parish Church beside the canal. For full details, see our website www.cadderchurch.org. We look forward to welcoming you this Sunday to our morning service. The service will be led by the Reverend John McGregor. Music is led by Javier Mallow. And then there's Cadder Kids. The crest meet in the church at the start of the service and then go to the North Hall. All are welcome. Our church services are videoed and recorded and are available from the church website. Tea and coffee served after each service. Coffee shop is open Tuesday to Thursday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 noon in the South Hall. Food bank. If you wish to donate to the local food bank, you can bring your donations of food to the church or the coffee shop. Early fellowship in the South Hall Chapel at 9:30 a.m. on Tuesday and Thursday, and also on Zoom. Messy play for preschool children in the South Hall Tuesday and Thursday from 10:30 a.m. Girls Brigade meet on Tuesday from 6:15 for girls from P1 to S6. The Boys Brigade anchors and juniors on Monday evening, and the company are on a Friday evening. Full details on the church website. Doors open at Cadder Church on September the 7th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Guild meets on Thursday, September the 5th in the South Halls, and there'll be a dedication service on September the 15th for a harvest service September the 22nd, there will be a litter pick on Saturday, September the 21st, meeting at 10 a.m. at the South Hall, and all are welcome. Also on the paper, we have a photograph of the church, and it talks about Cadder Church opens its doors. Discover the history of Cadder Parish Church. Come and discover something of Cadder Church's 900-year-old history on Open Doors Day on September the 7th from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. Enjoy the beauty of the stained glass windows and hear about the Mort House and the body stealing business from graves. Interesting. There have been 25 ministers since the Reformation and a total of 58 known ministers in the 700 years. Wow, some of them must have been there for a while. See the window dedicated to Thomas Muir and hear about his time as an elder. See the stamp that Sir Hugh Reid of Springburn Locomotives left in the sanctuary and learn about how today's church and congregation are facing up to today's challenges. See much more. See and learn of Cadder Church on the open day. I would love to be there, but I'm not going to be around to be able to visit that. So pop along to Cadder Church there. And now to Milton a Campsie. Continued from the picture, where the picture is also of the kids, the youth at the church. And some of the Milton of Campsie Go Man team did a litter pick around the village and a way of showing that we care for God's creation. Now into the season of creation. We continue next Sunday on Sunsend. Yeah. Aye, okay. I'm getting confused here, but it says next Sunday on Sun, send us a picture of yourself in the sunshine. Interesting things that they got up to at Milton Campsie. All our groups have restarted. Baby and toddler group on Mondays at 9:45 a.m. Hobbies Club at 2 p.m. Cathy Connect on Tuesdays at 9:30 a.m. Time to Pray on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Also this Wednesday the Guild reopens with Julie as their speaker, and Julie is the minister of the church. On Friday, September the 13th, the junior and anchor sections of the BB restart at 6:15 p.m. Oh, here's a good word. Greedy. A Go Mad Extra is being planned for Sunday, September the 22nd from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. Interesting what they're saying there. And that's next Sunday, September the 9th. Fair Trade Fortnight begins. Remember to buy your Kilimanjaro rice at £2 a bag. This enables a child in Malawi to go to school. And that's a great event to happen. And there's lots of other stuff happening as well. The St Columba's Men's Club meet at St Columba's Church in Old Isle Road, and they'd love to have you there. You don't have to be a member of a church to go along and experience the activities that they have, such as pool, snooker, carpet bowls, darts, table tennis and dominoes, or simply just sit and chat. And they have a selection of speakers. So come along to St Columba's Church there in Kirkintilloch. Yeah, they would love to have you along there, share with the guys. And that's the church news for this week. And I possibly won't be here next week or the week after. So someone else will be reading the church news. And hopefully you find the church news interesting in the Kirkintilloch area. And if there's anything that you'd like me to read out in the future recordings, just drop us a line at Q and Review. I'd love to hear from you. So God bless you. Have a good weekend.
Wednesday the 4th of September. District News General. Westminster View. Help for small businesses is a must. Article written by Susan Murray MP. It's my pleasure to be publishing my first column since being elected as your Member of Parliament for Mid Dunbartonshire. It's been a wonderful experience and I'm dedicated to representing you, whether you voted for me or not. Since being elected, I've been setting up my office, learning to navigate Westminster as a new MP, and tackling casework. I'm grateful to the editors for this space that I plan to use each month to keep you updated. I've also been spending as much time as I can out and about in the constituency, such as this last week to celebrate Scotland Loves Local. This initiative, organised by Scotland's Towns Partnership, encourages us all to think about the businesses that make Dunbartonshire and areas throughout Scotland great to live, eat and shop in. In the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic, our local businesses have had a tough time and a long recovery, with some finding it difficult to survive. The cost of living crisis has also impacted local firms, with prices, from rents to production costs, all going up and incomes being squeezed harder than any time in living memory. This is why we need to get out and support our local businesses. From buying clothes in our brilliant fashion stores to booking holidays with travel agents in our area, we can find the goods we need at great prices, while also helping families and business owners to stay open and keep our high streets thriving. But relying on community support will not be enough to keep our local businesses thriving. Government has its role to play too. That's why I'm calling on both the Scottish governments to put their issues aside and focus on getting small, local firms the help they need. If things are to change, if we are to have a different kind of politics, cross-party and intergovernmental cooperation to help local SMEs would be a great way to start. I'm willing and eager to work with all small businesses across Dunbartonshire to achieve this, and I urge my fellow politicians of all parties to join me. You can contact Susan Murray MP by emailing susan.murray.mp@parliament.uk. That's susan.murray@parliament.uk. Rock Choir. Are you looking to learn to sing? The Kirkintilloch Rock Choir is led by local vocal tutor Elaine Williamson. A local community choir first and foremost, they are also part of the National Rock Choir Network, which has provided some exceptional performance opportunities. Members of Rock Choir have had the chance to meet and sing in front of many celebrities and public figures, including HRH Prince William, the Fawns, Henry Winkler, and on-screen couple Ruth Langsford and Eamon Holmes. To book your free singing taster, go to www.rockchoir.com/join. That's www.rockchoir.com/join. Together at Home. Michael Ball and Alfie Bow are back, and this time it's personal. Together at Home, the pair's brand new 6th studio album arrives on November the 8th, marking their 10th year making music together, and is the much loved collaborators' hymn to the people and places that mean most to them, and to their army of fans. The duo will now take to the road in a 12-day marathon across the UK in March and April next year for a huge run of arena headline shows that will bring this special album to life, including a night at Glasgow's Oval Hydro on Tuesday, April the 8th, 2025. Together at Home follows the phenomenal success of the duo's previous 5 duet albums. Their debut, Together, became the UK's best-selling album of 2016, beating the Rolling Stones to the Christmas #1 spot. This was followed by Together Again, which brought the pair yet another #1 album in 2017. Ball and Bow went to release Back Together in 2019, which reached #2 before a third #1 album, Together at Christmas, in 2020. After decorated careers in theatre and opera, Michael and Alfie were suddenly chart superstars. As a duo, they have now sold over 1.5 million albums in the UK, received 2 Classic Brit Awards, sold out 3 headline arena tours, and presented 3 ITV specials. They are Ball and Bow, and they're together at home, waiting to connect you with those feelings of peace and love, joy, and celebration. Tickets go on general sale on Friday, September 13th at 10 AM on www.ticketmaster.co.uk. Edinburgh, Moonwalk Scotland. Walkers unite against cancer at Scotland's colourful, iconic moonwalk on Saturday, September the 7th at Holyrood Park, Edinburgh. Hundreds of women and men wearing Walk the Walk's trademark decorated bras or brightly coloured bra t-shirts will be walking a half or full marathon overnight through the streets of Edinburgh. Walkers can also take on their challenges virtually in their own areas. Full details can be found at www.walkthewalk.org. And that was this week's District News.
Public notices. Planning notices. East Dunbartonshire Council public notices. Civic Government (Scotland Act 1982) application for renewal of second-hand dealer licence. The undernoted has applied for the renewal of a second-hand dealer licence in terms of the above Act. Name and address of applicant: East Side Tyres Limited, 3C, Canal Street, Kirkintilloch, G66 1QY. Day-to-day manager: Graham Lang. Premises: East Side Tyres Limited, 3C, Canal Street, Kirkintilloch, G66 1QY. Goods: second-hand tyres. Any objections or representations in terms of paragraph 3 brackets 1 of Schedule 1 of the Act should be logged with the undernoted no later than 28 days from the publication date of the newspaper in which this advertisement appears. Chief Solicitor and Monitoring Officer, Legal and Regulatory Services, East Dunbartonshire Council, 12 Strathkelvin Place, Kirkintilloch, G66 1TJ. Email civic.licensing@eastdunbarton.gov.uk. Members' surgeries. Councillors' arrangements for interviewing residents. Councillor Stuart MacDonald, The Hub, William Patrick Library, Room 1, 11th of September 2024, 5:30 p.m. until 6 p.m. Hearstains Huts, 11th of September 2024, 6:15 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. Between surgeries, councillors can be contacted at the Members Support Unit on 0300 1234510. Planning applications. Format: application number followed by address/location, followed by proposal, followed by type of advert, and followed by period of reps. TP/ED/24/0433 Schoenstatt Centre, Kirkintilloch Way, Campsie Glen, Lennoxtown, East Dunbartonshire, G66 7AT. Installation of roof and ground-mounted solar PV panels. Section 65, affecting CA 21 days. If you are unable to view the plans on the Council's website, then please contact the Planning Duty Officer to arrange a suitable time to view the plans in our offices. Written comments may be made within the above period to the Council through the Council's website, or to the above address. Any representations will be treated as public documents and made available for inspection by interested parties and may also be published on the Council's website. Allied sends team to Geneva. This article was written by Brian Yule and it's being read by me, Corey. The owners of Glasgow Tigers have helped another side on wheels to compete internationally. Allied Mobility, part of the Allied Vehicles Group, sponsored Powerchair football team FC United with a sum of £16,900 to play at a tournament in Geneva, Switzerland. The link with the team was formed last year when Allied's David Facina and Kieran McFarlane were testing a new power add-on wheelchair attachment at Postle Park. They met Caden Gemmell, who, despite being 8 years old, is already recognised as one of the top powerchair football players in the UK. Caden's dad Peter has since joined Allied as a panel beater, and initially the company discussed the possibility of sponsoring Caden or simply offering a raffle prize to aid fundraising efforts. However, recognising the importance of supporting athletes with disabilities, David discussed the matter with his father, Allied founder Jerry, and then decided to sponsor the entire team's trip. David said, "We're not just supporting a team, we're investing in the dreams of young athletes like Caden, and we're excited to help him and his teammates achieve their goals on the international stage." FC United was founded by Kieran Burns from Bishopbriggs in 2022 and consists of players of all ages and abilities. Finished 7th at the GBG Geneva's Cup 2024 last week. Caden's mum Laura said, "When we initially asked for a donation, we were only hoping for something to raffle, like Speedway tickets or something. We were never expecting the whole team to be fully sponsored. The team are over the moon because some of them work, some of them don't work. So, to be able to go without having to worry about how they are going to afford it was a huge weight lifted off everybody's shoulders. We cannot thank the Facinas and Allied Mobility enough for their amazing generosity." That article was written by Brian Yule, and it was read by me, Corey. City Made to Work by Stuffy Spartans. This article was written by Brian Yule and read by me, Corey. Spartans may still be looking for their first SWPL1 points of the season, but they made life difficult for Glasgow City on Sunday. City would pepper the goal with 23 shots on their visit to the capital, and had 75% possession, but in the end had to settle for a stuffy 2-0 win. I apologise, that is how the sentence is written. The away side took the lead on the half-hour mark as Natalia Warble scored on the half-hour mark with an angled shot. 18-year-old Ava Easton was a virtual spectator as she made her debut in goal, but it wasn't until fresh legs were introduced that City made the game safe. Among those who came on were Nicole Kozlova and Ailey Gambon, while Brenna Lavera returned after more than 9 months out with an Achilles injury. It was Kozlova who wrapped up the points as she scored for close range with 5 minutes left. Rossville women went down 4-1 to Boroughmuir Thistle in the first round of the Sky Sports Cup. City host Queen Park at K Park this Sunday, while Rossville at home to Boroughmuir, this time in the SWPL2. Kirkintilloch Rob Roy won 1-0 away to Melville Juniors in the WOS First Division, with Jordan Scott grabbing the only goal. Ashfield lost 5-3 at home to Thornywood United, despite Kenzie McChrystals grabbing a brace and Josh Moore also on target. Rob Roy host Petershill this Saturday, while Ashfield are at home to St Roch's, still looking for their first win. Caledonian Locomotives drew 2-2 at Lanark United in the second division, with a John Brown scoring and an own goal by Jordan Marshall. Glasgow Perthshire are up to third in the third division after a 5-1 win at home to Wishaw, as Jack Crumlish, Kevin Fell, Josh Kelly, William McGowan and Linos Rawadze all scored. Cali welcome Whitlets Victoria this Saturday, while Shire travel to Irvine Victoria. Rossvale are up to second in the 4th Division with a 2-1 win at home to Campbelltown Pupils. Kevin Doherty and Jamie Neeson getting the goals. However, West Park United lost 4-1 away to Kello Rovers. Rossvale head to New Mains United on Saturday, while United entertain St Peters. That article was written by Brian Yule. I apologise for the multiple mistakes that were made in this article. That is sadly how it is written. Tigers are still in the hunt for playoffs. This article was written by Phil Lanning and it's being read by me, Corey. Glasgow Tigers boss Cammy Brown was proud of his side's fighting spirit after a crucial win over Redcar. Tigers kept their slim playoff hopes alive with a 48-42 victory over the Bears at Ashfield Stadium. Brown's side came from 4 points down to eventually take the win thanks to a last heat 5-1 from Leon Flint and Chris Harris. The top two were outstanding all night. Flint with arguably his best ever Tigers performance, while Harris picked up a paid maximum of 15. Brown said, "It's still a tall order to reach the playoffs, but I'm proud of the fighting spirit from all the boys. Redcar are no mucks, and they still had a chance of reaching the top 4. But we really gave it a go, and all the boys got stuck in to get the result we needed. We wanted the bonus, and that's a big blow to miss out on." However, Chris and Leon were terrific. I felt it was Leon's best display for the club. He was also great in the pits, a real leader alongside Chris. The truth of the matter is that we won 11 out of 15 races, but we still only won by 6 points. That's been the story of our season. Too many last places. It's been a really tough campaign for everyone at the club. Luck hasn't been on our side whatsoever. But we are still in there battling. That's all we can ask of all the team. We now have 2 more massive meetings at Edinburgh on Friday and at home to Oxford on Sunday. It's still a big ask, but we'll give it 1000%. That article was written by Phil Lanning and it was read by me, Corey. Liam has some thinking to do after losing in comeback. This article is unattributed, but it's being read by me, Corey. Muay Thai fighter Liam McKendry admits stepping back into the ring for the first time in nearly 5 years may have been a mistake. The former WBC British champion, who trains at M-Mag in Kirkintilloch, lost to John Wedderburn on the Hungryside Super Show at Braehead Arena. McKendry looked back on the fight on his Emergifit, I think that is, page on Facebook. He wrote, "So, after almost 5 years out of the ring, I thought I could just jump back in and everything be fine. But the conditioning was most definitely not there. Well done to John and his team on an awesome game plan and victory. You smashed it, mate. I want to say thank you and congratulations to my coach, Mescho Dunko, for all the work and stress the last year has caused him doing this show. It was the show of the decade if you ask me. Maybe the best show ever run in the UK. From the production to the venue, no one is doing it bigger. I honestly don't know if I have it in me anymore or if that's conditioning or what. But I've never been hit with shots and been feeling them like I was feeling them in there." I apologise, that's how that sentence is written. I would start to flow, then I would start to think I need to keep it simple. Do this, do that. When I just had fight and not think about it. Again, that is how the sentence is written. I'll see what the future holds, as I love coaching, training and promoting. I just need to find out if I want it or not. McKendry is currently awaiting to hear from the Falkirk Council about planning permission to open his own gym in Denny. That article was unattributed, but it was read by me, Corey.
That concludes this week's edition of the Kirkintilloch Herald podcast. Please remember to subscribe to our channels at Tune Review and to tell your friends about our service.